Come on in to Sister's Tarot. Gather round, everyone. I have here my trusty magic 8-ball. Let's take a look inside, see what it has to show us today. This is a general reading. Take what resonates and leave out the rest. If you don't resonate with the reading, feel free to check out my other videos. You may have some messages there. Now, without further ado, let's start the reading. I call upon you, Heavenly Father, asking that you bring down the message or messages meant for the collective, and to protect me as I receive it, the message or messages, and protect them as they receive it. Please and thank you. I say and ask all this in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. In Jesus' name, amen. I'm going to do the galaxy spread. So as you well know, the ones that's returning already know. For those of you that's new, I'm going to shuffle the cards ahead of time, so that way I can make sure it's good in the camera. And I'm only going to take upright for this spread. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we have 4 of Pentacles. Okay, now that the spread is spread out, now we'll get started. Now we'll start with the four main themes of the reading. With theme 1, we have 2 of Pentacles. So you have a decision to make and you're trying to juggle the situation. And it has you off balance a bit. But with the Queen of Coins, there was a reason why that was said. I meant to say Queen of Cups, but something to do with your finances could be one of the things that you're juggling. Now, with the Queen of Cups being in thing 2, you're tapped into your intuition quite well. So you will be able to make a sound decision once you're able to balance it out, and you will come out of this indecision. Now, with theme 3, we have the Temperance. So you're able to take 2 different things that you're working with that do not necessarily coin together in the same way, as in they're 2 different things, but you're able to bring them together as one and make it work for you. And with that, you're going to be able to, with this theme 4, have the 10 of Pentacles. This is going to bring you quite an abundance. This is what's going to help set you apart and bring you this wealth and abundance in your life. So again, obviously I was meant to say Queen of Coins instead of Queen of Pentacles. I said coins. So you're going to very much be on top of your finances once you come out of this indecision. And also I'm picking up the point of the imbalance. It's not necessarily for some of you that it's a choice that you need to make. You just need to balance yourself back out again in your finances and personal life, so that way you can balance everything out, so that all of the things that you have going on will mix and mesh well together with the Temperance. And all of this is what's going to help bring you more stability, not only in your finances, but in your livelihood. And also I'm picking up with this dog here, you're going to have people that are loyal to you. So if you don't feel like you have the right support right now, that is well on its way too, in the physical. Not just in the metaphysical, but in the physical, you're going to have your true supporters coming in what you're doing and in your endeavor. Whether you're in a position to have a type of following or not, it could just be supportive of what you're doing in whatever career sector you're in. I'm also picking up with this house, some of you might be doing real estate or thinking about doing real estate. And I'm also picking up with this 2 of Pentacles. One of the choices that you're trying to make is a decision between whether you want to do that or accounting is what I'm picking up. So you're at a crossroad right now, whether you want to do accounting or real estate. That's only for specific people. I mean, message for someone. I'm getting up to possibly 3 or 4 people that part would resonate. So just take what resonates and leave out the rest. Just because that's for a specific person doesn't mean this is not your reading. This is just for someone. Confirmation with the train horn. Okay, now we have the Queen of Wands. You have the creativeness in you. Confirmation. So you're able to bring up this creative ideas and bring it into fruition, and that's what's going to also help you to be able to bring this forward and go for what you're going for. And you're very much in your power with this Queen of Wands, and with it, like I said, I'm taking only uprights with this, so this is confirmation for you that you very much are in your power and you have what it takes. And you're very much ambitious is what I'm picking up. And I'm getting this again, so I'm also picking up florist with these flowers. So maybe you, again, because of what I picked up before, this is obviously somebody that's not getting the message, or hasn't, the right person that's meant to receive this message is still not, has not come to any of my videos yet. But I keep picking up strongly someone starting their own florist. and that this would be what will bring you the abundance you're looking for. Now, we have the next we have the moon. With this torch in her hand, you're going to be able to light up your way in the darkness. And you have the keys, because she has keys on her hip there. You have the keys to open up these new doors of opportunities that's coming your way. It was hidden for a while because it wasn't time, but the time is now coming coming in for you to be able to go up through, and you'll be able to light your way to find the keyhole to that door to open up those new opportunities. Next, we have the 5 of Cups. But right now, you're also, one of the things that you're juggling is what I'm picking up, is coming out of past regrets, things that did not work out in your past. And it's bringing you despair in some way. But you have to remember, you still always have 2 cups remaining. Just because those endeavors or those certain situations did not work out for you does not mean that this will not also work out for you. That just was not your purpose. You're meant to live out your purpose, and as long as you're doing what you feel your heart and what your intuition is guiding you, you do that, you will be able to overcome those disappointments. That does not mean you won't have any challenges, because the challenges is what's needed, especially with this 7 of Wands here. You're going to possibly even have competition, especially if you're wanting to get into real estate. That's going to be a competitive field, obviously. So, but nothing worthwhile is not going to have some form of competition. That's just going to make you stronger. That you're going to be able to overcome that. You're going to have the upper hand because you're going to be able to bring your creative mindset into the situation. Confirmation with the train horn again. You have a creative mind, so you'll be able to reinvent a way to make you stand out above the rest. And you'll be able to bring forth the things that you're trying to do. Now here we have the 2 of Cups. So I'm picking up a partnership. So this might also bring you into a partnership by these endeavors, whether it's any of the 3 that I picked up on or not. This will bring you a great I'm tongue-tied. Maybe there's a reason for that. The reason why I'm picking up from that is because it will have you flabbergasted, because it's going to be something that you were not expecting, and you will be a little bit tongue-tied because of it, because this is not something that you would have expected. But this is something that could bring you a partnership into this type of scenario. Now we have the Knight of Wands. I'm also picking up, not only where I was picking up the ambition part for the Queen of Wands, with you having this in your energy is what I'm picking up with the Knight of Wands. That means you have the go-getter attitude. So you're not just one that dreams things. You actually go after what you're wanting to do. Not only do you know exactly what you want as the Queen of Wands and go after it, you really go after it. So you're going to really pursue this situation, and you're going to go after it in a passionate way, because you know exactly what you want and you're going after it. Even though you've had a decision to make, you're going to come to that position of where you came out of trying to make up your mind, or trying to just balance yourself out with your career and your personal life, so that way you could get things going and get the ball rolling again. You're going to be able to come to this position here where you're going to be able to actually go after it, and you'll have the go-getter attitude to do so. So you're not just going to be sitting like the Queen of Wands. You're actually going to get up and do something about it and make this happen, so that way it comes to fruition. And then with the Queen of Pentacles, well, obviously, you know, this crossed from each other. I didn't even look at that either. So when I was meant to say Queen of Cups and said Queen of Coins, this is also what's going to coin you together with your finances, because you're going to have the right attitude to push things forward. You're not going to just be a dreamer, you're a doer, not just a dreamer. And that's what's really going to help you make this happen. And I'm picking up with these flowers, not what I picked up here, that you're going to be recognized or I'm trying to get the right word out. recognition for what you do. And I'm also picking up like a plaque in her hand. So it's going to be something that's going to be rewarding, and you're going to receive awards for these types of things because you're going to be great at what you do. Now here we have the Four of Swords. There's going to be times you're going to have to take rest from time to time so you can regain your energy, and also it's good to meditate so that way you don't come back into this Two of Pentacles again. So be sure to make time for you to take rest time so you don't end up imbalanced again like you did at the beginning of this reading picked up. And by doing so, you'll be able to move on to calmer waters. So don't get in your own way is what I'm picking up by me saying move over. So you don't want to get in your own way. So by taking the rest time whenever possible, so you're not just always constantly go, 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 because you're not the Energizer Bunny. You have to take a rest. You're not a robot, you're a human. So always make sure you take the time to rest. And then that way you'll have more of a sound mind and have a calming situation. And then here next we have the Star. And this is also going to bring you more into your stardomship. Doesn't mean you have to be in the public eye. It just means this is going to be what makes you shine. You're going to be in your authenticity, and you're going to be in your element because this is what you're meant to do. And you're going to be seen for doing things in a great way because you have a natural ability or talent in this sector. So this is exactly what you need to do. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. And through all of this, you'll be able to finally receive your physical wealth. The beginning of it is what I'm picking up. So if you haven't already started receiving payment because you haven't actually started, you'll actually receive your first payout. It's not going to be big, but it's going to be a payout. It's going to be a start of one, something in the physical. But it's going to be something worth your while. And then, because it's going to happen almost all at once, it's going to seem like it's overnight. It's not going to necessarily be overnight, but it's going to seem like it happens so quickly when it does take off that it's going to be like you came from the Page of Pentacles to the Empress or the Emperor, whichever resonates with you. Take it however it resonates. So almost like it's overnight, you go from the Page of Pentacles to the Empress, and you're going to have your Ten of Pentacles. So even if it's not literally overnight, because you had to put in the hard work too, it's going to seem like when it does happen, it happens all of a sudden, just bam, you just all of a sudden go from the Page of Pentacles to the Empress, because it happens, what I'm picking up, because you're going to be so busy working on what you're working on, you're not going to see the progress that's happening, and it's going to seem as though it was like an overnight sensation, when in reality, it might have taken you a long time to get there, but it's going to look that way. And if you did not go around a lot of people for a long time, and the last time they saw you, you were at the Page of Pentacles, and then next time they see you, you're the Empress or the Emperor, and you're going to be an owner of something, whether it's property or your own business. Even if especially when you have that partnership, you could go into a partnership with somebody with your business. So it's going to seem like for people on the outside, it happened overnight, and it's going to look like it just landed in your lap, but in reality, you actually worked hard for this. It just seemed like that because the last time they saw you, you were at the Page of Pentacles, and then all of a sudden, when they see you again, you're at the Empress or the Emperor position, and things are really going to pay off for you. And then we have the Wheel of the Year, or the Wheel of Fortune, is, but in this deck, it's the Wheel of the Year. So I'm picking up this coming year is going to be truly your year to shine. And the Wheel of Fortune is going to turn in your favor, and especially in your wealth, your wealth sector, your finances. And everything is going to seem like it's finally starting to really take off the way that you hoped for it to. I'm just going to just let it be. I'm sorry, I'm trying to tell myself to stop. Okay. Anyway, the Knight of Swords is next. So this is when it's really going to pick up speed. Is when we get to this point of everything just all of a sudden starting to feel like it's falling into place. That's when things are going to start really rushing in, and things are going to start speeding up. And I picked up the I Love Lucy episode with the factory when she yells out, "Speed it up." This is going to be like that. It's like, okay, you're able to handle this situation now. You're balanced out now. So get ready, because when things start falling into place, things are going to really just take off. Now, with the Five of Pentacles here, I'm picking up, especially with the High Priest here, or the Hierophant in most decks, you're going to come to a position that you're going to feel like, what if everything that I worked for, I lose it? This is when you need to get in touch with God and your spiritual team and your higher self, because you don't want to convince yourself that you're just going to lose all of that hard work, because you're not. This is just the part that's going to try to, you need to be aware of this, is what I'm picking up. That don't be afraid of losing what you've lost. And even if you did, you have all of this knowledge and wisdom and experiences that you obtained, so you'll be able to pick yourself back up and start back up. So if it does happen, it's only because it was meant to for a reason. But I'm not picking up that's what's going to happen. This is more of in your head of worrying and that's going to happen. So you're going to come to a point that this could happen. This is when you want to definitely take that rest time with the Four of Swords and go into meditation and tap into your higher self. So that way you can see where you need to right yourself and remind yourself you still have the keys to keep going. You have the doors opened up to you. You're the one that has the keys to open it up. And to always keep in mind, always pray and ask God for guidance whenever you need it. And to just really wait for the answers to come. But don't get into self-doubt. Keep your faith is what I'm picking up also between the Five of Pentacles and the High Priest. So if something seems like it just all of a sudden just speeds up and all of a sudden has nothing, this is going to be your period of being tested, having your faith tested to see if you're really going to overcome this next challenge, because have you really learned your lesson or lessons about keeping your faith no matter what? Just don't let doubt seep in. And then after the High Priestess here, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So again, things are going to slow down. So it's almost like after everything starts picking up and then all of a sudden races through and starts picking up momentum and goes quickly, then you're going to have a moment of what seems like a drought, but it's not. It's just a test of your faith. And things are going to start slowing down. But the reason why things are meant to slow down is so you reminded you have to take your time a break again. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. Also, I'm feeling guided that this is a warning. Don't hold on so tightly to what you have for fear of losing what you have. You have to find the balance of saving and spending. So don't hold on. Just like it's not good that you overspend, you don't want to oversave and not ever do anything with it. And listen to your intuition. I'm picking that up from the movie over here, The Gift. I'm sure I feel like I'm being pulled to that for a reason. Somebody might need to watch that movie. I know I was guided to watch that movie at one point. And The Gift, I mean the one that has Keanu Reeves in it. And you'll understand what's being said to you there. So whenever you get a shadow of a doubt, okay, so obviously with that being pulled, someone here might have psychic abilities or very intuitive at least, especially with this Queen of Cups here. So make sure that you don't get in self-doubt. Don't doubt your gifts. I'm also picking up don't doubt your gifts, even if it's not psychic abilities. It could be just your gifts in general, like your talents. Don't get inside your head and start doubting yourself. You have what it takes. Just because you have a moment that seems like everything's just all of a sudden just racing through and everything's working out, and all of a sudden you have this moment of what seemed like drought and then slowing down does not mean that things are not going to work out in your favor and that you're going to just lose it all. No, there's always a point of drought sometimes, just because we need to be reminded sometimes just that you need to take your rest. So I'm also picking up with this, harness yourself and put the brakes on the situation whenever you start getting in your head and doubting yourself in any sort of way. And then here I'm being guided to take this next card, or two cards, okay. Queen of Swords and the Six of Wands. So you're going to really be speaking out your truth and standing more in your authenticity, and you're going to stand out in the not only stand out in the crowd, but you're going to have that recognition that you deserve. Don't hold yourself back is what I'm picking up. Really go for it, fully, full throttle. But also remember to take your time of break. Now I'm going to see what I'm getting overall before moving on to the Oracle. Picking up from this ring, it reminds me of the Power Rangers. When you work by yourself, you do well. But when you work together, especially with this Two of Cups, you can... I'm also picking up Captain Planet with the rings more than that. Because power, putting your rings together will bring more power. So working in unison with who you're meant to partner up with is really going to make things work more rather than working alone. So really combine your power together, and that's really what's going to help make things go forward. So when you come to this stagnation, maybe you're being reminded you're in a partnership for a reason, so don't forget that you're better work, two heads are better than one. So don't forget your partnership in this situation, if for you to, the ones, that you resonate with the partnership. So let's see if there's anything else before I move on to the Oracle. I'm picking up with this around her waist. Don't get waist deep in work that you forget about your time of rest. So this is really picking up big time to not forget your rest time. So that way you don't get imbalanced again. So make sure that you balance out your work and your personal life, making sure you take out the adequate time to rest as well. And I'm also picking up with this color of her dress. This is a golden opportunity that's coming your way. Don't take it for granted is what I'm picking up. And really appreciate and be grateful for what comes your way from all of these opportunities. And really take it in. And hone in what you need. Hone in your gifts and your creativity. I'm also picking up with this sword in her hand and with these sticks. It's making me think of camping as s'mores for some reason with the sticks. So maybe taking time out to just having a bonfire and just sitting by a bonfire roasting marshmallows and hot dogs is still a form of taking time to yourself and enjoying yourself. So that would be a good thing if you enjoyed doing that, to do that. It's the simple things that can really bring you back into the moment. So you're not too much in the hustle and bustle of things. And that's all I'm getting from the tarot, so we'll move on to the Oracle now. Okay, we're going to start with the Earth Magic Oracle. tree, grounding. So you also need to make sure you ground yourself too at this time. So make sure that you're getting out in nature whenever possible too. So that way you can connect more with your intuition is what I'm picking up. But also having yourself grounded as well. So that way you have that balance in your physical as well as your spiritual. So you're not overly in your spiritually. That's what I'm picking up. You want to make sure that you ground yourself as well. So it's grounded down in practicality as well. Is what I'm picking up. Oh, that's way too many. Okay, I picked up something, especially with that first card, or that card you could see, release. Release things that you do not need. As in, you don't want to have more than you need. As in, if you burden yourself down with too much, it can be what weighs you down. So release that. Get this card. I fell. Ancestors, generations. So also make sure that you connect with your heritage is what I'm picking up. And really look deep into the roots of your family history is what I'm picking up. Because somewhere in there, you're going to have answers to some questions that you have. So this is important for you to do this at this time, whenever you can make the time out for it. And when you do, you'll find out why you were meant to do so. And it'll also answer so many questions you may have at this for quite some time is what I'm picking up. And you'll understand things better. Why things happen in your life is what I'm picking up. Then we have dance, celebration. I'm also picking up that really embrace whenever you're gonna have much to celebrate, but really embrace it. Like really savor the moment of that celebration. Don't let just a whirlwind happen and you're not fully in the moment enjoying it is what I'm picking up. When you start having these celebrations come in. Well, that obviously wanted to fall for a reason. So we have Gaia, nurturing, and crystals, focus. So by going out in nature and grounding yourself will also help you focus better. That's what I'm picking up. Okay, now we're going to move on to the Angel Answer Oracle. The situation will improve. And this being right underneath the tree and grounding, by doing that, going out in nature and also grounding yourself, it'll help your situation to improve. Because along with going in nature and being able to focus like you need to, also that coming out power will help you not only stand more in your power, but also help the situation to improve that you're in. Especially since the beginning of the tarot, we started out with the Two of Pentacles. And this will help you balance yourself back out again. So that way everything will start going smoothly the way it's meant to. Also, I'm picking up with these dolphins. I'm picking up, look up the totem meaning of dolphins. That you'll have a message there. And it'll help light the way for you on seeing what you need to see, too. And then we have weight. So again, what I was picking up about the not letting the whirlwind of these celebrations that's going to come in take you in so much that you don't savor the moment. So wait before taking any hasty movements is what I'm getting to. But really still yourself. Like the waiting part of stilling yourself, like as in still yourself, like cease to move. Just really take it all in so you appreciate more of the blessings that's coming in. I'm also picking up wait for the answers to come through. The answers you've been waiting on by looking into your family history is really going to help you understand why you had to wait for the answers. And it's really going to help you open your heart space up more, is what I'm picking up when you go to do this. And also help you to have clarity with this sword to why things were the way they were, like I was already picking up. And help you to nourish yourself more and to have that focus I'm picking up the focus is also about you've been very focused on certain questions that you've been needing to answer, but you were put on hold for a reason, because it is meant to happen at the right time. Now you know you need to go look into your family lineage to get the answers. Helpful people. So with underneath dance celebration, we have helpful people. So there's going to be people that's going to be sent your way that can help you along the way, is what I'm picking up. That's going to be able to help you get to your point of celebration, to get you from point A to B to C, to blah, blah, blah. So don't let pride, is what I'm picking up, get in the way of allowing yourself to have help that comes your way, because that's what's going to help you make it to the next point in your life. So I'm also picking up foolish. So don't be foolish and turn away the help that's coming for you, because you're not going to be able to get to that next step without their help. They're being brought to you to help you get to that next step. Now at the bottom of the deck we have it's up to you. And I'm picking up that it's also up to you to accept this help. And it's up to you not to get in your own way, like I was picking up in the tarot. So part of getting in your own way can also be about not accepting the help that comes your way. Even if it's something that might seem odd or strange, there's a reason why this type of help is meant to come your way, because this is where I'm picking up when you have that Five of Pentacles moment where you have a stagnation. This is also going to, it was meant to happen because so you can learn to accept help. I'm feeling like who I'm talking to is not it's not easy for you to accept help when you need it. And you're not going to be able to get out of that Five of Pentacles moment to get to the next step after you've already finally started getting momentum and things starting to go in your favor, and then all of a sudden you have this abrupt waiting period. You're not going to be able to get to that next step to keep going again and go back to start it back if you turn this help away. And it's up to you to accept it, because you have free will. Nobody can make you. So if you're not willing to take this help that's going to come your way when you come to this moment, you're going to miss many opportunities, is what I'm picking up. So don't let your pride or your ego and all of that get in the way. Accept the help that comes your way, because you're not going to be able to get through that moment of what seems like barren to start getting back again if you don't accept this. So don't get in your own way with your pride or your ego. That's another reason why I was picking up with the Hierophant, why you need to tap into your higher self more, so that way you overcome your ego holding you back. Now we're going to now we're going to move on to the energy oracle. And I'm not saying that, that you might be a prideful or egotistical person. Everybody can have problems with their ego at some point. Just don't let it get in your way. You need to overcome the ego and tap more into your higher self when that happens, so that way it does not hold you back from getting to that next step. Or you'll regret that, is what I'm picking up, if you allow yourself to make that happen. Not accepting the help. Now we have Angel of Strength in reverse. And with that being underneath, grounding and the situation improving. And considering what I was just picking up here, you're going to be able to overcome that ego if you allow yourself. Even though with this being reversed, it would normally mean that you would be in your ego. But with this being underneath grounding and the situation will improve, I'm picking up this is saying that you're going to overcome the ego. That you're not going to let your ego, your pride get in the way. That you'll do the right thing. But ultimately, it's still up to you to do so. This warning is there for a reason, this caution. So that way you take the time to really see things, like come to a standstill. Because you could come to a moment of, if you get too much, I'm picking up that I need to speak on this with the celebration, and why I was saying, don't let the whirlwind of all these things coming in get to you, because you could let your ego get inflated if you're not careful. So you need to savor the moment to appreciate it, because what is given to you, if you tarnish it with your ego, you can just push it right out of your life, because you don't want to take it for granted. So don't let your ego end up getting inflated, and you're letting all of it get to your head once you start picking all this up. So that could be part of what happens too, is if your ego does start getting out of hand because of all these great things happening in your life, that could be what would cause you to go into what seems like a barren moment, because you're needing to being reminded to humble yourself again. So remember where you come from is also what I'm getting from this generation, these ancestors. Remember where you come from. Don't let it get to your head. Don't let your ego get to you, and that you just forget where you come from, and you just become, let's just say success and money it can change a person if you allow it. It doesn't have to, but it can allow it. It can happen if you allow it, So don't allow that to happen. Always remind yourself, humble yourself, and remind you where you come from. So if you come from nothing and then all of a sudden you have everything, don't forget where you started. Humble yourself. Whenever you see yourself getting out of line and in your ego and your pride, pull yourself back and reconnect to God and your higher self and source, so that way you don't forget where you come from, is what I'm also picking up on. And it's up to you not to let that happen. Only you can do that. You have control of it. Self-control, you need to make sure you keep that self-control. So if you're used to not having anything, all of a sudden you start having everything come in, don't let it get to your head. Obviously it's up to you if you do that, but it would be against you if you did that. So there's a reason why there's a caution in that. Financial constraints. So I'm picking up with this being number 13, which is the Death card. You're about to rebirth your wealth. As in, if you had nothing coming in all of a sudden you're going to be able to rebirth that wealth. And what seemed like you had nothing is going to be everything. And you'll understand why you had to wait so long for this to come in too. Especially if you are you're having questions about things and the answers are there. I'm also picking up you're meant to break your generational curse of financial poverty is what I'm picking up as well. I'm picking up with the wait in between these two. God was waiting for the right time of the right person in your family that was meant to break that generational curse. And it was meant to be you. Out of all of them, it was meant to be you to break that curse. So you were chosen for that. Now we have the garden and the gate. So, again, when I was picking up with a helpful person, don't turn away. I'm also picking up Beauty and the Beast in this situation. The cartoon of it where the woman comes and offers a rose and the prince turns her away. And then he regrets it. And it was a curse that was put upon him and his kingdom. I'm picking that up for a reason. Possibly you resonate with this for a reason. Maybe there was a curse put upon you because of something you did that turned away from a helpful person because you let your ego or your pride get in the way in the past. And now you have a chance to correct that. And the answers that you seek to how to break that, or someone in your family is what I'm picking up. Someone in your family done this. It wasn't you. It was someone in your family that did this, and it caused a generational curse that caused financial issues due to someone in your family who had an ego issue, and it caused the whole generation to be cursed from that point forward. And it wasn't until your time that you were chosen to break that curse, that financial curse. So don't make that same mistake that they did when this helpful person comes to you. Don't be... So if someone comes to you needing help is what I'm picking up in this part. So if someone comes to you in need of help, don't make the same mistake someone in your family had made in turning them away. Is what I'm picking up, especially since I picked up Beauty and the Beast and I'm seeing in my mind's eye the part where that older lady came to him offering a rose, and also, you know, in this, he turned her away and he cursed himself and his whole kingdom. So in this person in your family, for somebody, there's a specific person, somebody in their family, somewhere down the line, had turned someone away that was either in need of help or they were there to help, but they pushed them aside, and it cursed them and the generations after them. So it caused you a curse in your family, and it was not until you come along that it... So many generations in your family had to wait for you to be born, and in your moment to break the generational curse, because the finances were cursed due to this prideful person. And now when you do the right thing, so in other words, you know how they say history repeats itself. So you're going to have a moment. You're being shown this for a reason, because you are allowed to know this ahead of time. So you don't make that same mistake. So when you get caught up in the moment of having everything, and that right person comes along and you turn them away, you're just going to repeat history. So it's up to you to change it. Are you going to make the same mistake as your ancestor that did what they did? Or you're going to do the right thing and do right? So that way you can open the gate, go the garden and the gate to break that curse on the financial constraints that's on your family heritage. It's up to you to make that right decision. So with that Two of Pentacles at the beginning, I'm also picking up that's going to be the choice for some of you, somebody specific that's going to need to make that choice. Are you going to make the right choice? Ultimately, it's up to you. Don't get in your own way. Don't let your pride get in the way. So you can't say you did not have a warning. So there's a good chance you might not remember this. So that's the reason why it would be good for you to keep humbling yourself, going into meditation and connecting with your higher self, so you don't forget where you come from, which was from nothing to everything. Don't let your pride get in the way, or you're going to just repeat history and keep that put your family back into a generational curse. Is what I'm picking up. This is for someone specific. I'm getting goosebumps. This is for somebody specific. And then we have Angel of Balance. So again, you're going to have to balance yourself out, but also make a choice. It's up to you. Are you going to do the right thing? Are you going to do differently than this ancestor? Again, you are possibly wondering why you have such financial issues in your family, and the answers are going to be there, and what you need to look into. So the choice is going to be up to you. Are you going to get in your own way and repeat the history? Or are you going to do the right thing and change it and be able to open that floodgate and break that generational curse? So just because you end up from nothing to everything does not mean that that's where the curse broke. It means now you're going to have a chance to see, did you learn different than your ancestor? Do you know better? Are you going to just repeat history? And that's all I'm getting from the reading. I hope you enjoyed the reading and that this brought you some form of clarity. And thank you for tuning in, each and every one of you. I appreciate each of you. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you know each time I upload a new video. And like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, God bless.